What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Yes, I'm Kip, this is Kip Views, and today you are in for another special sneaker. Check this out. We've got the Nike x Patta Air Max 1 in the white colorway. This is very cool. I mean, this is a grail for a lot of people. This sneaker's been very much anticipated. And do you know what? Let me not say too much. Let's check these out. Get into it, as ever, please hit that subscribe button below and a notification bell if you want to kind of keep up to date with any new content, any new videos that's coming through. Kind of also keen to interact with you guys, so if you want to kind of like, comment, kind of let me know what your thoughts are on the videos that I put through, the sneakers that I put through. Kind of, are they something that you like or something that you kind of that you want to get your hands on? What do you think of the content? Do you think it could be improved? Anything, literally anything. Always happy to interact with you guys, so please do. But let's get out of the way and let's look at these. These are amazing. So we've got obviously the Nike x Patta, and the Waves, the Air Max 1 in the white colorway. We've got each one on that kind of Nike Patta tag there. Very cool. And let me show you from this side, you see a little bit more. This is very cool. This is probably one of the cleanest pairs that kind of came from this collab and this collection of 6 sneakers today. I believe this is probably the last one. And in my opinion, this is definitely in the top 3. Not my favourite, but it's probably the cleanest pair, literally. And it's very cool. What they've done, they've kind of stuck to that standard Air Max 1 kind of silhouette, design, materials, etc. And just put a little bit of their take on it. So with this Waves design that we've got going through on both sides, it's very cool. It's very clever. It didn't take them much to do that, but it's very clever. And people have gone absolutely nuts over this. I mean, I was in London when they dropped in the Patta store, and kind of before that, in terms of kind of setting yourself up for the raffle and kind of hoping you get lucky. I didn't, but people, that was a crazy atmosphere, and that's because of how hyped this sneaker is and how hyped this collaboration is, and kind of for Patta and Nike and people's kind of thoughts on it. It's very cool. But I mean, if we just get into a bit more on the detail, so what they've gone with, so the main upper is in a white color, and with kind of accents of grey, silver in the mesh area. So what we've got towards the kind of the mud guard that goes all the way through to the back, around the other side, through to the front, and this side is kind of like it's a white leather, but it's got a bit of a shine to it, if I can just see there. Can you see that? And I wasn't even aware of this until I got my hands on this pair. That's probably a part of the sneaker that I'm not that keen on. I wish it wasn't shiny. I wish it had done a matte finish. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter. I know they've done the same thing on the black and grey pair. So very similar in that sense. What I do really like is you get this leather that goes through, so the middle of the sneaker, through the eyelets, the top of the toe box, and through to the back as well. That's almost like a cracked off-white leather, and that is very cool. I wish the whole sneaker was in that leather. It's very cool. I love what they've done there. It's kind of give it that retro vibe, and it's very cool. Then to keep it kind of plain and simple, they've got a grey swoosh, which is very nice. You've got a lovely grey mesh right in the toe box there, and through to the back, just above like the heel tab there. Very cool. Flip it to the back, you've got that Nike Air logo in, again, that silvery grey material. And on this side, you have that mini grey swoosh as well. So very cool in that sense, and kind of as standard with your kind of normal Air Max 1s, you've got that nylon-y tongue, and again, you see the logos there in that silvery grey colouring. These are very comfortable and very cool. In terms of the midsole, so we've got a kind of an off-white discoloured OG type midsole, something that you would expect from a kind of sneaker that's been sitting for years and years. It's very cool there. And then if you flip it around, you've got that white and grey outsole there. So very cool overall, very cool sneaker. I like what they've done with the design. In terms of other stuff that you get with it, you also get, so you've got, as you see, the standard white laces, you also get a cream pair of laces as well. And they kind of match the outsole, if you can see there. Sorry, the midsole there, which is very nice. I just think it's a nice added touch. As I always talk about, always bang on about it, it's nice to get something extra for a collaboration. And again, you've got this box, the each one teach one box, which is very cool here. And it just goes in with that. It's a special box for a collaboration or collaborative sneaker, and you always want to see that, right? Just to kind of double check on, so double kind of go back on, in terms of kind of the tongue here. So I talked about it being nylon. We've got nylon right at the top. However, if you look at the middle of the tongue, if you go through to the tongue, it's that same kind of leathery type shiny material that you see on them through the mudguard and through to the kind of side of the sneaker. So that is something different there. So kind of correcting myself there in terms of that. It's not nylon throughout that we're kind of used to seeing on Air Max 1s. They've kind of gone a little bit different. I like that though. It's something different that, I know it's not my favorite material, but it's something different to be added and it makes it more unique. And that's what's cool. Kind of moving on to sizing. These have actually come up a little bit bigger than, for example, I don't know, my Air Max 1 Travis Scott's. These are kind of a little bit bigger. I think on those, they were kind of more snug. I think there was a little more padding in those. So that's why they kind of fit different. So I would say these are more usual to your standard Air Max 1 sizing. So because they do come up a little bit bigger, I feel like the toe box is a little bit bigger and they are very, very comfortable. I feel that you can, for example, I'm a size 8.5 usually. In these, I could probably go with an 8. So I would an 8.5. So these are a little bit big for me. I could go with an 8. So I mean, just think about possibly either half sizing down or go with your standard Air Max 1 sizing, and I'm sure it's very, very similar to these. These are kind of, in terms of the kind of the padding inside, it is very much like your standard Air Max 1. So I definitely go with your standard Air Max 1 sizing. However, kind of half size down from your normal Nike sneakers if you don't own a pair of Air Max 1s right now. In terms of kind of resale and where the market is, so these retails for £154, I believe, £153 in the UK. Kind of on Nike, on the sneakers app, in the Patta store, and obviously on the Patta website as well. In terms of kind of resale, it really just depends on sizing. So it really just depends on kind of, are you going for a larger size or a smaller size? It's really kind of up and down. The market could be anywhere from kind of, you're looking probably about £230 to £300. It really just depends. It really depends on the platforms. But we'll take a look at StockX here just to give you an idea of kind of where the market is sitting on these. So it's really, really good to know. And I think, if anything, I only see these going up. I think kind of they're very exclusive. Not many kind of retailers have them. I think they're tier 0. So I mean, I believe just sneakers, Nike, Patta releasing, and possibly one more place maybe releasing. I think Offspring might be releasing these, but I'm not 100% sure yet. That being said, let's check out our on-free review on these. Let's see them. Review of the Nike x Patta Air Max 1 in the grey and white colorway. I love this colorway. I have my hesitations on it. It's not my favorite out of the collection. Probably the blue and whites are probably my favorite in the collection, if I'm honest with you. But let me know your favorites are. Let me know your thoughts on these. Kind of, do you stick with the original, the oranges? What do you prefer? Kind of go back to previous Patta collections. What are your favorites? Drop me some comments in the comments box. Always keen to hear your thoughts. But for now, take care.